What up, what up, what up, what up? Hey, everybody. What's going on? Hit me with this. What's up? Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? Lovely day one. Been in here, honey. She was like, where y'all at? Where y'all at? Hey, Brandon. Hey, China White. Dewana. How you guys doing? Hey, little baby Lock Queen. Of course, little baby is on it, honey. She's on it. She gonna get y'all Avon together, honey. She on it. Hey, Xavier. Hey, Boo.
Hey, Xavier.
Hey, Danny. Danny, when you get a chance, go ahead and drop that link in the chat. You go ahead and drop that link in the chat when you get a chance. So before I forget, first of all, happy Palm Sunday to everybody. I hope everybody were not able to be in church, that we recognize that it is Palm Sunday and we are on our way getting oh, you're working? Okay, I'll do it then, Dan. Don't worry about it. I'll work. I'll do it. We'll be heading our way to Easter Sunday soon. They like the hair, Abby. They like the hair.
Thank you.
Somebody just. What's up, Star? Hey, Gina being up. What's up, baby? Oh, let's jump into some things. We're not gonna be here long. In the true spirit of Palm Sunday, we won't be before you long.
Come on, Pastor.
Before I forget, I'm getting ready to drop a link in the chat. As you all know, I am a proud graduate of Bennett College.
Amen.
In Greensboro, North Carolina. HBCNU. I would like to drop a link. For those of you who do not know, Danny is my big sister. I mean, she ain't my big sister, Lord. She is my little sister. She is my little sister from Bennett. And her alumni chapter is doing a fundraiser. They are doing a popcorn fundraiser. Y'all know the drill. Listen, just like y'all friends, churn be coming in the house, coming to work with all these different links and everything and all these different fundraisers. It's a fundraiser. It is for popcorn. And again, y'all know what it is. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Hold on. Their goal is $5,000. They have raised $2,700. The last day to buy your popcorn is today. So if you're one of those people that likes the popcorn, the different flavors and all of that, go ahead and click the link. Y'all know, I know y'all be like, damn, every time we come over here, she's trying to get us to buy something. But listen, it's the fundraiser. It's to support of HBCU. And if you like popcorn and you're in a position to buy you a bag of popcorn, go for it. If you cannot, I get it, and it is the last day. Danny sent me the link the other day. So I'm gonna order a bag or two, and I know my mama love her some popcorn, so we're gonna order us a bag or two. But again, if you want to support it, if you can support it, that's great. If you can't, but that's the link. I just dropped the link right there, popupdoublegood.com. And again, the money will be going to their alumni. Do they have non-dairy or lactose? You know what? I don't know. Honestly, I didn't know popcorn is dairy.
If this got butter on it.
Oh, well, they have other flavors like they have a salt and pepper. Like I know you can't do any of the like cheese and all of that stuff. Yeah, see what the different flavors that they have. But I know they have like a salt and pepper flavor. I know they have like a jalapeno flavor or something like that. Yeah, check it out. Child and World's Finest. I think we all had to sign out that box of chocolate and that daggone dollar World's Finest that you had to listen. Let me tell y'all something.
Do you know how many World's Finest bars that I ate that I was supposed to be selling?
I feel like we all did. Mine was the Girl Scout cookies. Y'all know I'm a lifelong Girl Scout. I've been a Girl Scout since I was 5 years old. I'm still a Girl Scout. Mine is the Girl Scout because my mother was like, she was cookie mom, and then she was the district, then she was this. My mom has held like all sorts of titles within the organization, but all that means is that we always had a lot of damn cookies at our house. Okay. Listen, me and them trefoil and a nice tall cup of milk.
No, that's not my kryptonite. Mine's are the do-si-do. If you give me some do-si-dos or some lemonades,
Oh, you should have said something because I could have got you some do-si-dos because I just picked up my Girl Scout cookies, honey. And then Niecy tried to eat all my cookies. Now Niecy got her own cookies. She done ate all her cookies and want mine. I said, girl, if you don't.
All I need is one box of do-si-dos. Like the first sleeve is gonna go like that.
You should have said something. I mean, not that you knew I had cookies, but I'd have picked you up some. If I knew this beforehand, I'd have picked you up a box of do-si-dos, Hansie.
Appreciate it.
Samoas, listen, Yana, in my old age, it's Samoas for me. But when I was younger, it was just the trefoils. But in my old age, baby, it is them Samoas. But the good thing is that because they are so rich, I can only eat 2 or 3 at a time. So I can't go to town on the Samoas like I could on the trefoils. We was in trouble. The trefoils, a box of trefoils, it was suspect. But the good thing with the Samoas is that they last me a little bit longer because I can only do 2 or 3 at a time because they're so rich. They're so rich. That caramel, the chocolate, and all that is so rich. At least for me, it is. All right, y'all. Let's go on and jump into these things. Abby, they done robbed the queen. They robbed the queen.
They gonna end up dead.
What is the thing? What do you do with all of that stuff? Like, here's the thing. I always question. I know there's a black market and all that for stuff like this, but what is it that you doing with all that stuff? So, for those who don't know, I think it was 1 or 2 storage spaces owned by Beyoncé was robbed earlier this month. Now, what it sounds like is that it was an inside job. It sounds like the people were robbing random storage spaces and they hit one of hers. And then they came back. I guess they figured out whose storage space they had hit. And then they came back
and hit them again.
Right. They came back a couple of weeks later and they hit another. Her Parkwood Entertainment Company actually leased the storage spaces. And I think it was 3 different storage spaces that she had at this particular facility. And they hit 2 of them. Now, there were some other storage spaces that were hit within the facility. And that's why I'm saying it sounds like it was an inside job. And it sounds like they didn't know what they were hitting until they got home, realized what they had, and then they came
back. And they was like, oh, they said, well, where did it go?
We got the queen. Oh.
Go back before we figure. Let's go back before they figure it out.
Okay. So, they said that, they got a variety of, clothing, handbags, and even a bunch of pictures that her stylist, I guess, when she wears different outfits, they keep the pictures so they know what not to wear again, or different combinations so that she don't wear the same thing exactly the same. So there are a bunch of pictures of her and a lot of clothing and handbags.
In other words, some really expensive shit. Like the most expensive thing, even though it's not what you think it would be, is probably the pictures. Because do you know what you can sell those pictures for? If you can figure out how to do it anonymously,
that's gonna be the thing. The thing is, when you are in possession of stuff like that, the thing is finding the right black market to tap into that, to access it, because that's like when people steal priceless art. You have to be connected in the right areas in order to, 1, find a buyer that can afford it, and 2, afford it, buy it, and it still
and then keep their mouth shut about where they got it from.
Abso-freaking-lutely. And then keep their mouth shut about where they got it from. And I mean, so is there a black market? Of course there is. Absolutely.
There absolutely is.
The question though is selling it getting it to the right people without getting caught. Because with that amount of inventory, it's not like you have 1 or 2 items and you can secretly pass it along somewhere. With that amount of inventory, I'm just wondering, like, let's just assume for a minute when we talk. Let's just look at the handbags alone, okay? Let's just say they got 10 different handbags. I'm just breaking it down. You have to move. It's not just a regular Louis Vuitton. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure that a lot of her stuff is
custom, and Louis Vuitton is noted in the Louis Vuitton situation that it belongs, that particular bag under that serial number went to Beyonce.
Exactly.
So it's very easy to track that back to its origin. So
a lot of it's probably couture. They're probably couture items, and couture is already going to be specialized. And then, like you said, what people don't, for those of us, and when I say us, let me not say us, but those people, because I know there are a lot of people in the chat who have purchased items that you have a serial number, you got to register it. Right. Somebody like a Beyoncé stuff, because it's insured. So it's registered and it's insured, and so trust and believe you're going to have to be very, very careful.
And you can best believe they knew Geechee girl, every single thing in that storage was accounted for. Absolutely. There's an accounting for everything that was in that storage.
To the ass. Like, there's at Parkwood Entertainment, it is very much, inventory of all of hers. Because let's be clear, Beyonce probably got 4,000 storage units. I mean, I'm exaggerating, but I'm sure she has storage units that correspond with every city that they have a home in, where they keep items, Right. So they probably got storage units in New York, storage units in New Jersey, LA, and wherever else they got houses that we don't know they got houses, right? And so, Social Jeff is under her company name. So again, that takes it to another level as well. So that it's identified as inventory. There's no, all I'm gonna say is, hey, Mr. Pisces, with your messy self. Mr. Pisces is messy.
What happened?
Mr. Pisces, it ain't no what happened one time. Mr. Pisces be messy.
I can't.
I'm saying in a fun, good way. He's messy. Anyway,
I've never seen him be.
Remember when we used to be on stereo? Mr. Pisces used to be messy. You remember? You remember? Exactly, Geechee girl. Look, he's talking about some what? Whatever, Mr. Pisces. But yeah, and so I just, all I'm gonna say is this: I think it's gonna be only a matter of time before they now it may not make front headline news when they do, but I think it's gonna be because first of all, I think it's an inside job. I just think it's an inside job. I think that somebody that worked there realized.
And this is not the first time a celebrity who's had storage in that facility has been robbed.
Absolutely. And that's the thing too. That's the other thing too. You got to also remember that these celebrities are not taking their stuff to the local storage cube. These are high-end, climate-controlled, security. Like, these are, there's another level. Just like with everything else, there's another level to it. So somebody working there realized what their clientele is, and they probably did connect the dots and was like, wait a minute, Parkwood Entertainment, hold up. I mean, hell, I even know that Parkwood Entertainment is Ebby. I mean, it's Beyonce. My fault, I said Ebby. It's Beyonce. Those things, so listen. Right. Mr. Pisces, tell me something. I'm not messy at all, Mr. Pisces.
Oh.
I heard you over there on Mother's panel a few minutes ago, sir.
Do you need some appropriate self-reflection, Mr. Pisces?
Hey, T Lounge, what's up, boo? So I read that and I said, ooh, and like I said, for them to come back, they hit it the first time and then they came back. I said, oh yeah, because
somebody is going to jail,
right? And now, if it's me, I'm looking side eye at the company. If I'm Parkwood management, I'm looking side eye at the company because I'm like, so when they came through and robbed us the first time, what did you do different with your security? Did you up the security? Did they notify, Parkwood?
So my question is, how quickly did they come back? Did they get a chance to do anything before they came back and hit them the second time? Or did they hit them on Thursday night and then they realized what they had by Friday morning, and by Friday night, they hit them again? Before for real changes could be made to prevent them from doing and how you prevent somebody from getting you gonna have on-site security at the storage place?
Like you said, what did you do differently? Because that's what I need to know. And they better hope that they had already notified Parkwood about the first one. Oh, Parkwood has already canceled their contract with the company, collected their remaining possessions. You know what? They probably have.
Probably
was over there. Because again,
it's like, oh no,
right. When you call me the first time, Because that's going to be the other question. How was it handled from the beginning? Did y'all call me the first time? And did they and what was done differently? Because see, that's going to be my question. So when you told me they robbed my storage space the first time, what did they do?
Exactly.
What did they do differently?
My first question is, how did this happen? And what are you doing to ensure that it does not happen again?
That it does not happen again. Facts. Honey, well, yeah, so that was that. I saw that yesterday, but I didn't come live yesterday. So I said, well, I'll throw that in there today, honey. We'll talk a little bit about it today, honey. Let's go on and get into this Lil Nas X. Now, we're not going to talk about what y'all think we're going to talk about. Because let me be clear, and y'all can argue in the chat. I don't care. I looked at the video. I don't really see what the big deal is.
Me either. I haven't seen the whole thing.
Hey, Robert, how you doing? I've seen it. I've seen the whole thing. I mean, the first half of the video looks like there's a whole Adam and Eve in the garden kind of thing, whatever. Then it seemed like he went to went through history, sort of went to the Victorian era. And he was on trial or something. Looked like for being different. He had on pink hair or whatever. Then he went to hell. And he gave the devil a lap dance. Then he ended up killing the devil. And then he took the devil's horns off and put them on his head. I was just waiting. I expected the whole video to be blood coming out of his eyes and him doing the occult, and maybe if I had seen it before all of the hype, I might have been like, oh my gosh. But I guess after all of the hype, I was like, so it's over? That's it? He gave the devil a lap dance? That's it though?
My thing is, and it's not that I haven't watched it because I'm churchy. That has nothing to do with it. It's just that first, I'm not his target audience. That's one.
That's true.
That's one. Two, I've seen clips of it on TikTok. So
yeah, I have seen clips of it too. Yeah.
And I just hadn't gotten around to watch it. I was thinking of recording, since I'm a churchy girl. Well, churchy niggas is hypocrites and a bunch of full of judgment. So, it's going to be what it is. Listen, I am not surprised by any of the super hypocritical, super judgmenty shit that's being said from so-called Christians.
I'm with you, little baby. I really feel like that video was a shortened version of a longer, because he was going through history. But it looks like he only went through so we saw Adam and Eve. In my interpretation was him being in the garden, right? And then you saw him lose the innocence. You saw that part. And then you saw this, it went to this Victorian, like I said, this Victorian era, very Britain. He looks like he's put on some sort of a trial. And then he go to hell. And he does, he does a pole dance into hell. He does a lap dance on the devil. And then he breaks the devil's neck. And he puts the devil's horns on his head. And the video is over. And I was like, okay. Now, was there a lot of imagery and all kinds of stuff in it? There was a lot of that. And again, I'm not getting that deep into the imagery and the interpretations and all that. Spanish Inquisition. Thank you, Danny. Spanish Inquisition. Okay. I wasn't going to get all that deep into it. So if you're looking for all of that, sure, it's there. Sure. But I mean, I guess because I grew up when they said the same thing about Thriller. Y'all remember they said the same thing about
the Jehovah's Witnesses lost their shit.
When
Thriller came out.
Yay. Oh, thank you, boo.
Oh, thank you.
Geechee girl said she had to put some healing oil on her computer.
Oh.
Well, that's the part I want to talk about, T-Lounge. I want to talk about these sneakers. Okay, let's talk about the sneakers.
There were sneakers? There's the issue with sneakers?
Yes, there's an issue with sneakers. Okay. So, hold on. Let me get it for y'all. Okay.
Was it a product placement in the video?
So here's the thing. There's a shoe. Okay. It is a Nike shoe, but it is not a collaboration with Nike.
Okay.
Lil Nas X
made his own version of a Nike shoe.
No. It's really a Nike shoe, but Lil Nas X, he partnered up with a company that has used that. They took the Nike shoe and they
customized it.
So they customize it. So they buy the Nike shoes, they customize the Nike shoes, and then they sell them. And that is the thing. So allegedly, there's a drop of human blood mixed in with the paint of every one of these pairs of shoes, and they're calling them Satan sneakers.
Okay, let me Google what the fuck these shoes look like. Hold on. They call Satan.
Go and look it up. Now, Nike has said, listen, we ain't got nothing to do with that. We ain't got nothing to do with that. But Nike has worked with this company in the past, and this company is known for being very, very, very extravagant. They've actually come out with a shoe in the past that had holy water mixed in. Like this company, hold on, let me see. Montero. Oh, that's the music video. Hold on. I'm trying to get the name of the company. I had it in front of me, and I looked at a YouTube video. I should put the clip of the YouTube video in here so y'all can go see what I'm talking about. The Lil Nas X Air Max 97 Satan shoes dropped Monday, March 29th, and are going for $1,000. So first of all, most of us ain't got to worry about it because the shoes cost $1,000. Let's just.
First of all, they're ugly. That's the end and the beginning for me. I don't give a damn how much they cost. They're ugly. Moving on.
And they're selling 666 pairs.
Oh no, that's a marketing piece. I'm not doing that. Y'all playing games with people's emotions. I'm not doing that. And they ugly. Please.
Now this company, hold on, y'all. Let me find the name of the company. Okay, the collaboration is with MSCHF. All right. Again, they have done this in the past where they buy the shoes in bulk from Nike. So technically, they are Nike shoes, but it is not a Nike collaboration. Right. They decorate the shoes and then they sell them like custom shoes.
People do it all the time.
They have in the past they have done this where they pushed the envelope. Like I said, they have other shoes where they have included holy water. They've had the shoes where they've included all sorts of different weird out of the box things. Like this is what this company does. This is what they do. Now again, I ain't saying I make it okay. I'm not saying I agree with it or I like it or I ain't saying none of that. Okay. But it does seem like they're buying into this whole devil thing. And all I have to say,
the video is cute. The sneakers, you taking me too far. I'm the type of person, if my purchase ends up being $6.66, I'm going to add something to it.
Girl, you better say it one more time because I do the same thing. You better say it again. Listen,
I just the way I'm set up. First of all, not spending $1,000 unless the bottom of the shoe is red. I'm just not. 2, the shoe is ugly. It's not even a cute sneaker. It's not even a cute sneaker. Thirdly, this is what he get from hanging out with too many of the people from Caucasus Mountains, because this is some Timmy shit. This is some you never love me, mom, because I refuse to buy you the brand of cereal that you wanted.
Mom, though?
Like the fuck.
And we all know that controversy sells. Like, so the more y'all talk about it, y'all do know that the more y'all talk about it, the more money y'all are making for him.
Right. Well, God bless him. Do the best you can, baby. And listen, I ain't even seen the video. I was going to do a video where I react to the video. I was going to do a reaction video to the Lil Nas X thing. Because I haven't seen the whole thing. I've only seen a part where he's sliding down the pole into hell, I guess.
Okay, so let me say this. This company has made other shoes ranging from an astrological based stock to sneakers filled with holy water. So they've done the opposite.
Well, where you get the holy water from? Who you have blessed the water?
Listen, just like how do we know that they really putting blood in the damn ink? Like really? Who gonna check it?
Not me.
Like y'all, like when I say y'all, I don't mean y'all in the room. I'm just saying y'all in general. Like, come on, y'all. But anyway, that was my whole thing. I saw the video. I'm about to put the link in the chat so y'all can see what I'm talking about, where it explains that this is not a Nike product. This is not coming from Nike. This is a collaboration between Lil Nas X and this particular company. And they've done it in the past where they buy the shoes in bulk from Nike, they customize them, and then they resell them. So
that's cute. Moving on.
That's what I said. Anyway. And again, if you're offended by it and you feel like it is a level of devil worship, I can't tell you it's not. I can't tell you what you find offensive. You know what I'm saying? That's just like with art, you know, some people find it offensive, some people find it a work of art. Like I can't tell you what you find it to be.
Exactly.
I have not tip 54. It is in my DVR and I'm gonna try to get to it. Hey, Conscious TV, listen. The blood is 100% real. The blood is coming from the members of the team producing the shoe. This is not a hoax. It is genuine. Okay.
Okay. Well, that doubly makes me know why I don't want you or your blood on my tongue. Okay.
First of all, for those of you who do not know, if y'all want a full breakdown on this, y'all go over to Conscious TV. One of my moms, drop his link for me, please. Conscious TV. He did a video and he did a full breakdown, and it was a really good conversation. So if y'all want, because I'm not going that deep, if y'all want a deeper breakdown of it, y'all go over there and y'all check it out. Conscious TV give y'all the breakdown, okay? And he's very knowledgeable of the symbols and all of that as well, because he studies these things. So he's a lot more.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch your video, baby, because I ain't. Until she said it, I didn't know it was a thing that was happening.
Well, we know you wouldn't know, child. We know you wouldn't know.
Again, continuously so deep into minding the business that pays me. And this does not do that.
Well, the only reason why I know, because everybody kept doing these reaction videos, and I was like, what is the big deal about Lil Nas' new video? And then I watched it and I was like, oh.
Listen, I've been seeing people in their feeds all over TikTok talking about Christians and this and Christians that, and how dare you, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, if y'all don't suck a dick and sit down somewhere, nobody has time. Nobody has time for that.
Did you say suck a dick?
I did. You will feel better. You would ease your mind. So.
Did y'all get the link? Did y'all get the link for Conscious TV's channel yet? It's spelled the way it is up on that screen though. If y'all just type it in, it'll pop up. But I know one of my moms will drop the link, so they'll get it for you. But yeah, thank you for coming through, boo. Thank you for giving me that information, because that's what I'm saying. My thing is, there it is right there. Little baby just put it up. So y'all go check him again. If y'all want a deeper breakdown, y'all go over there and y'all check him out, because again, it was a good video. And he goes.
Somebody said that.
Well, now I'm headed to the casino. Well, I hope you win something, honey. Let me throw you some good luck. I ain't been to the casino in so long.
Listen.
I ain't been to the casino since before COVID, so it's been over a year since I've been to the casino, child. We were supposed to be going to Vegas a couple of months ago for Abby's birthday. You know, that ain't work. But we're going to be at the casino when we go for my birthday in Puerto Rico. It's a casino there.
Little baby stupid.
And then we got to do a do-over for Abby's birthday. I don't know where we're going to end up, but we got to do a do-over for Abby's birthday in October.
November.
Shit, that's what I said.
It's so simple.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Oh,
Jesus. I haven't. Listen, I've been trying to get these Justice League knuckleheads together, honey. We're gonna make it. We're
gonna end up somewhere together.
Child, one day somehow. Now let me tell y'all who y'all need. If y'all want a Justice League trip, let me tell y'all who y'all need to knock in the head. I'm gonna tell y'all who y'all need to knock in the head right now. Giving you the real tea.
Ooh.
YB.
Ooh.
And only because both of them work so much, not because they're not willing to come. But y'all know that giving you the real tea as a nurse. So he's on the front lines through all of this. And even after this, he works hard. So that's one. YB, the same thing. YB works a lot. And whenever he one of them people that whenever they throwing out overtime, he is there. So those two. Now, I'm going to tell you, me and Abby are always down for the get down. We always ready to get on a plane, train, automobile to get what we need to be. Okay. So that you ain't got to worry about me and Abby. Okay. Scotty, if it's, I feel like we could get Scotty if we give him enough time.
Yes.
And let me add this. Me, Abby, and Casimir. Casimir is always ready for the get down too. He is always like, oh, where we going when we get there? How long we going to be there? I'm on my way. So, you know what I'm saying? Child. Oh, I'm naming the names so that y'all know who to press out. Yeah, I'm naming the names. Mm-hmm. And I tell them I said it. You know what? Add El Teddy to that list. Add El Teddy to the list. Add him. Now, if it's local, that's one thing. But add El Teddy to that list. And I said it. Watch, you gonna drop out the clouds. There's gonna be some eyeballs dropping in the chat.
Talk about some hey girl here. What was said?
What was said about El Teddy? Come meet me in Puerto Rico. I planned a solo trip. When you going to Puerto Rico again? See, look. I can't stand him.
Oh, God.
Where's the what was said? Where's the what was said? Yeah, well, we know, Jada. We can't get you nowhere, child. We can't get you to come out the house right now. So when we can get you to come out for drinks, then we'll worry about getting you on a plane. Right now, we're waiting for you to feel comfortable coming out for drinks. Okay. Jada is one of those people that absolutely positively was like, oh no, I'm going to quarantine. I'm not fooling with y'all. We're going to quarantine and that's how it's going to be. Oh, KK, that's a bit tight, boo. That's a bit tight. But we're going to but listen, if we make our way back around your way for Abby's do-over, we definitely going to hook up. Definitely going to hook up because we were supposed to hook up with you the first time around.
Right.
I was not just in DC. Whatever, El Teddy. Whatever. Anyway. I just wanted to see if he was in here. I knew that would get him out the clouds. Moving on. I want to go. South Africa is absolutely on my list. I definitely want to go to South Africa. When I'm ready to get back on planes again, South Africa is absolutely, long distance planes. South Africa is absolutely on the list. Y'all know I like to travel. Y'all know I need some more stamps in my passport, hunty. All right, now let's get into this TV talk a little bit. El Teddy, I know you look at Belle Collective, so if you want to come on to talk about Belle Collective, let me know. Let's start with RuPaul, and then let's go into Love and Marriage. Well, we can do Belle Collective, and then we'll do Love and Marriage because neither one of y'all look at Love and Marriage Huntsville. So let's get into this Ru of the Paul. So Friday night we're down to the top 6. I don't know why I didn't realize we were at the top 6, child.
This season has lasted for a year and a half. It is the
season that will not end. It goes on and on, my friend. Some people started saying it, not knowing what it was. They'll continue singing it forever just because it is the season that will not end. Anyway.
Oh, hallelujah.
And if we got to get, and don't get me wrong, I like Lonnie Love, but if we got to get Lonnie Love one more time, I feel like I guess she just stayed COVID tested and she already live in the area, honey.
I think they just picked like 3 hosts that they could rotate. So I think next week will probably be TS again. Probably.
Miami. I said Miami. Yeah, I agree. If we could just get Jada to click the damn link and come on over onto the screen, y'all, every once in a while, I'd be happy. But that's okay.
It's okay.
Y'all check out my baby bro over there. He doing his thug thizzle. He's been doing a lot of members only stuff over there. He making me feel guilty. I got to do more members only stuff over here. He's been doing a lot of members only lives and happy hours and things like that. Y'all make sure y'all go check out baby bro over there. So we're down to the top 6. So the Maxi Challenge was the mini challenge was a product placement with a new Anastasia by Beverly Hills palette. Now, Abby, did the palette look nice to you? Did it look like something you want to add to your collection?
When I saw it a year and a half ago, no.
Okay.
And this did not make it any. No.
Okay. Well, you're the makeup person, so that's
they have a purple one, an orange one, and a blue one.
Okay.
And they came out back to back to back. Because now it's the Norvina, which is like a mini brand of Anastasia Beverly Hills, because Norvina is Anastasia's daughter.
Oh, I did not know. So was Norvina the one that was there with them?
Yes, Norvina was the one with her boobs smashed up there in that dress. I was like, girl, don't that hurt your titties? You look uncomfortable.
There was a lot going on right here.
Yeah, I was, girl, why's your titties smashed up in that dress like that?
I mean, listen. I've seen worse.
He had on the breastplate of
Lil Baby said none of the Norvina palettes move her. But that's two makeup people that I trust that said they are not impressed. So
I got a mini Norvina. I've got a mini Norvina palette.
In one of your little boxes, one of your subscription boxes?
No, I purchased that one outright.
So I miss the kids all together too, Danny. We're gonna get jaded up here. All right, so the Maxi Challenge was the roast. Now, this again is a staple of RuPaul. The roast is a staple of RuPaul, but again, because of COVID, we had to see some adjustments being made. There was no live audience like there usually is, and I think there not being a live audience may have thrown some things off a little bit. But they did the roast of the former Miss Congenialities. So we had Miss Nina West, Miss Valentina, and Miss Heidi in Closet was there. And I love me some Heidi in Closet, okay? I think out of the three of them, I mean, who do you think looked the best out of the three of the Miss Congenialities that came back?
Heidi.
I think so, too.
I don't know what the hell was going on with Nina West and that big poop. No, daughter, no. And then something was off with Valentina's face paint. Like, it looked ashy and weird.
It looked very pale and ashy.
It looked crazy.
Yeah, So
like she forgot how to paint for TV.
I don't know.
I don't know, but she looked like real ashy and washed out, and it didn't look complete. It wasn't aesthetically pleasing at all.
Now, I know I'm biased when it comes to Heidi in Closet, so that's why I had to ask, because I'm biased. I love her.
When she hit that
when she hit that stage and hit that Michael Jackson move,
child, it took me up. I said, okay, bitch, I see you.
So stupid.
Oh my God.
No, what cracked me up, I'm fast forwarding just a little bit. What cracked me up was when Utica hit her with the bull semen joke, and she was like, what? What? Like her, because for the rest of the jokes, they were kind of like, okay. She said that when she went, what?
Wait, that doesn't.
What?
Bitch, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Baby.
Okay. So they had, so it was the roast. Now, because Candy Muse and Rose won the mini challenge, they were able to pick the order, and they sort of flipped the script on the ladies a little bit, because the ladies were expecting them to throw them under the bus and make them go first or go last, which of course are the positions that most people don't like to be in. But they decided Candy wanted to go first and Rose wanted to close the show, which kind of threw everybody off, I think.
Right.
But can I say I was here for it?
I was too.
I was here for it because I feel like Candy and Rose, especially over the last couple of weeks with Rose, I feel like they're two of the strongest competitors when it comes to this. Being funny, commanding the stage, being impromptu. I felt like they probably were the two stronger out of the group. Who else?
I thought they were all horrible.
You thought they were all horrible?
Like, Candy had one thing that I thought was funny. She did one thing that when she said RuPaul act your age, and she said that bitch that slayed me. Hilarious. The rest of it, where everybody was kikiing and falling over themselves laughing, I was just like, this is not funny. What are y'all laughing at? Did they edit it for y'all to laugh at this? Because this is not funny.
First of all, you can't go by RuPaul's laughing, because RuPaul cackles at every damn thing and she be loud. So you can't go by RuPaul. Okay.
Clearly she don't know when she flipped that girl.
But that was funny.
Ooh, that was funny to me.
When she hit Utica with them.
And then she crossed it and did it. I said, oh.
She meant that thing.
She meant it.
She meant that. I did enjoy Candy. Now, y'all know I've not been a Candy fan, but I enjoyed Candy this week. I really did enjoy her this week.
I didn't understand half of what Kendisha Mooshmouth was saying. So therefore.
What Kendisha Mooshmouth?
Yeah, that's what I like. Khadijah Mujmal. She needs closed captioning at all times because who can understand what the fuck she talking about? I'm telling you, the only thing that I found funny was that last thing. Now I will give props where props is due. Miss Mama, you in that dress, you was snatched.
Who?
For Candy, yes.
Candy looked good from the neck down. I'm still. What the fuck was her wig doing though?
I didn't mind the wig. It wasn't sitting. It wasn't sitting. It was sitting better than when she wore it last time with that red dress.
It was
because at that red dress, it was like at a weird angle, and there was hump in it, and it was doing something weird. This time, it wasn't as bad. It wasn't as bad.
I need her to get some body with it. Like, I felt like it just did not have any body. I just felt like I just need something else. But again, I think that was probably the best Candy Muse has looked. That was definitely her top 2 looks. Maybe top.
Yes. I maybe wanted maybe a couple inches on the bottom of the dress for it to like maybe hit the floor. But other than that, Candy, you looked good, girl.
You look good.
You looked good.
Then we had Simone.
Beautiful gowns, exquisite gowns. You looked gorgeous.
She looked like 24.
You looked good. Mm-hmm. She looked amazing. Mm-hmm. Wasn't funny worth a damn, but you looked good. Like, I feel like she was in her head too much. And if she was just
cerebral.
Yes. If she was so busy trying to write a thing out, punch. And if she had just relaxed into it and just been conversational, because you know how people are conversationally funny. I feel like that's what Simone is. Like, she pulls out zingers without she's not thinking about it. I feel like if she had done that instead of had written down cards, you try to memorize jokes,
yeah,
then it would have went a lot better.
Let me tell you something. It was so bad for me that I fast forwarded. I couldn't.
Right, because I was embarrassed by proxy,
I felt so bad for her. I fast forwarded. I could not sit through it. It was that bad, and it seemed like it went on forever. Did it not?
Right, like they sat in it and they just kept going with it. Like they didn't cut away. Oh my God,
it was
so bad. It was so bad.
All right, so after Simone, then we had Utica. Now listen, I said this in my review. Y'all remember a couple of episodes ago where they tried to tell us about Utica? Remember, they tried to tell us Utica's one way on camera and another way off camera. And we saw that little shady moment with her and Olivia where she told Olivia she did good. And then when she thought Olivia wasn't around, she was talking shit. But my thing is, they all do that. Like, they all
do that.
So I didn't even trip off of that. But baby, we saw the Utica on this episode. Did we not see that other Utica?
She is so unaware. She's so like they were in the practice and they were trying to give her tips, and then she turned and viciously attacked the people giving her tips. I was like, oh, she's going home.
When she came at Lonnie talking about the well joke, was that a trigger for you? Lonnie was like, bitch, what? Like, I saw, she ain't say it, but she said it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because listen, when Lonnie was laughing, when she tried to come for Lonnie, and Lonnie was laughing and said, but you don't want bombing. I was done. I said, well.
I said, girl, you can go home. Thank you.
Right. But Utica.
I feel like it was very much RuPaul saying, thank you for your services.
Listen, because Utica was mean. Like,
it wasn't even like a cute, shady, messy, fun time. No, there was a serious, heavy viciousness in all of her stuff. Like, why are you being so mean?
And like Ross said,
I said, "Ooh, girl, your wig is shifted," and you was like, "Well, that's why your mama died of cancer."
Right, like it was like that. It was because
you bought a rocket launcher to a Nerf gun fight, bitch. Right? What is happening?
Right? And that's what Ross said. Ross was like, "It's okay. Like, anything goes in a roast if it's funny." But it wasn't funny. It was nasty. It was cruel and it was nasty. I never Yes, I spelled her name wrong.
Not undercut.
I did like her in the beginning. Y'all know
I loved her in the beginning. And
slowly but surely, every week, if you watch my reviews, every week it's less and less. I got less and less for her. She was absolutely nasty. So she wasn't funny. She was cruel, and she bombed. Okay,
horribly.
Got Mick came out. Now let me tell you something.
When you know that RuPaul is famous for when she's sitting at the desk, like it's just the top half of her done, and the rest she's like in maybe basketball shorts and some Crocs or something. And you had the nerve, the audacity, the unmitigated gall to ask the RuPaul, the one who signs the checks, the whole person, the reason why your ass is on national TV, becoming an international star. You came for her?
Listen, when she told her to stand up, I said, I know RuPaul better not. I said, I know she better.
I really wanted her to say RuPaul stand up and RuPaul stand up and be done all the way there. And so now you looking a fool. Cause we knew what you was going for. We knew what you was going for, bitch. Oh God, how dare you? How very dare you, bitch? How very dare you? And then and you can tell Ru can take a joke because 3 people before you, Candy Muse told her to act her age and said the bitch died.
Right.
And Ru cackled her brains out at that. Because it was funny.
The joke because they do the roast every season and she allows herself to be part of the roast. Like every year they make jokes about her. They just better be funny. So she bombed. Next we had Got Mick. Now let me say this about Got Mick's makeup. Ebby, I loved that eye she had. That green, black, smoky eye thing. Ooh.
It was very nice.
That emerald green with that black. I think I need you to recreate that look. That thing was gorgeous.
I have to go back and look at the picture.
It was cool. I thought it was gorgeous.
Before I agreed
Got Mick was actually funny. And I know y'all know I ain't the biggest Got Mick fan, but Got Mick was funny. She was funny. Now, did she have me hackling and rolling? No. But she was funny. She was passable. Olivia, no. And she's another one that when the judges gave her the critique and Ruth said, so do you feel like that's what you did? And she said, yes. Ma'am, read the room. Even if you felt that in your head, the correct answer was, yeah, no, I fell short. That's what I was going for, but I didn't quite hit it. Read the room, ma'am.
They don't. Them children be in their head.
Read the room. She was like, yeah, I think I did. They just told you weren't funny. So clearly you didn't.
But girl, we weren't laughing.
No, we were not.
See,
now don't get me wrong, Lonnie did good, but remember a few episodes ago we were talking about wanting to see some of the former contestants come back and be on the panel. That would have been a Bob the Drag Queen or a Bianca Del Rio.
Exactly. It would have been perfect for Bianca because that is Bianca's whole shtick is being mean without really, even though she said some crazy stuff, you can tell there's no malice when she says
even when she does offend people, she turns that into a joke.
Right.
So I'm like, I could absolutely yeah. So anyway,
she could give a master class on how to roast somebody.
She could
without destroying your relationship with that person. Because
Rose closed out the show, and I thought she was funny. Again, I do feel like we had heard all of the jokes in her rehearsal. So I mean, it didn't make me. Again, I thought it was. Listen, my thing is this: if it makes me laugh out loud, then I'm good. And it made me laugh. She made me laugh out loud. She made me cackle a time or two. So I was good. I thought she was funny.
By the time Rose got there, I was so beyond over. I don't even remember anything that girl said.
And I think I said that in my review where I said the same thing. A lot of times it's hard to close out because people are tired. They're just ready for it to be over. And I think you're right.
Especially when everybody is when 3/5 of the group is horrible. And you just like, oh God, it's another one. It's another person that's got to talk. Jesus. And Nina West didn't. I love her. Don't
listen. So our top was Candy Muse. She finally won a challenge, which of course we saw that coming because they made such a big deal about it the whole episode about how she was the only one that had never won a challenge. So we definitely saw that. Well,
you're trying to justify her making it to the top 4.
Right. I definitely saw it coming. I'm gonna tell you who's in trouble. Well, let me talk about the bottom first. So in the bottom, we had Olivia, Simone, and Utica.
Right.
Olivia was safe, but Olivia needs to be careful because she got that criticism that is always the kiss of death. You are one note.
Mm-hmm.
You are flatlining, and we think maybe this is the best you can do. This is all you have to offer.
We've seen everything that you got.
Exactly. That was the warning shot. That was the warning shot. So she better get her head out her ass. Okay. So then we have Simone and Utica lip sync. They lip sync to a Ariana Grande song. And I don't even think it mattered short of Simone just not knowing the words, I don't think it mattered. It was time for Utica to go. Yeah.
When she said that it was Simone and Utica in the bottom, I was like, oh, so Utica's going home. They didn't even play the song yet. It just said that I was like, oh, so Utica, okay.
Yeah.
I know.
And honestly, I really think that's the only reason why Olivia wasn't in the bottom, because I think they wanted
because they used Simone to send her home.
Yeah, they knew that Simone wasn't gonna fuck it up, right? Like they were like, we know that Simone is ready for this. Simone is gonna lip sync her ass off, and we'll be okay with sending Simone home. Just like last week with Tina Burner, I think they were just ready for Tina Burner to go. I don't necessarily think Utica slayed Tina Burner in that lip sync. I really think it was.
First of all, Utica got beside herself, talk about she was a
lip sync assassin, ma'am. No,
daughter.
No, ma'am. What is wrong with you? Who told you? Yeah, Olivia's listen. Olivia's going home this week. Our top 4, in my opinion, we got Simone, Rose, got Mick, and I think Candy done snuck up in there.
Yeah.
I think Candy done snuck up in there. And I think this week the bottom is going to be probably Got Mick and Olivia, because I feel like Got Mick been in the bottom at all this season?
I don't think so.
So I feel like it might be Got Mick and Olivia, and I think Olivia's going home. Olivia would have to have a out the box week, I think.
Not yet, Oshri.
No, not yet. We can get into that in a minute because we finishing up RuPaul. But yeah, that's my top 4 right now. And again, I'm not saying I agree with that being the top 4. I'm just saying I think that's who it's going to be, because we're down to 5. That means only one more person is going home, and I think it's Olivia. Unless Olivia does something out the box next week, I think it's going to be Olivia. Got Mick has never been in the bottom, and I agree. I think there were times when Got Mick should have been in the bottom.
She should have been in the bottom a couple times.
Absolutely. So I think that's our top 4, though. Would you see it any different, Abby?
I don't, unfortunately.
Yeah, because I feel like Candy should have gone home, but y'all let her hang around, and now it's like, anyway. So that's rude. That was rude for this week. Abby texted me talking about Utica is delusional. I can always tell when Abby is watching RuPaul because I start getting these texts.
When she said that's what I text you about, when she said she was a lip sync assassin. That's what I text you. I said this bitch is delusional.
Listen, if you saw my review, I laid her out in my review where she started talking about the damn text.
This whole season screams rigor mortis to me.
This whole season. Listen. We know it's been produced in the past, but this season they was like, we don't give a fuck if you know. There's no reason in the world.
They were blatant.
There was no reason in the world why Candy Muse should not still be in this competition. Her runways alone, I have seen
when they did the train runway, she should have went home. In that ridiculous red dress that didn't fit in her underwear.
Oh, yeah. That was supposed to be her finale outfit, right? When I have seen Michelle Visage roast queens for less than what they have let Candy get away with.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know why she's still there, man. Why are you still here?
Why are you here? Why is she here, Ike?
Why is she here, Ike? Anyway, moving on. So let's go on and get into this Belle collective. Let's go on and get into this. You was over when Tanisha went home. Listen, I'm gonna be honest.
Me too, Cam.
I was not happy when Tanisha went home, but I feel like, and we already had this conversation. I really feel like Tanisha should have waited another season. So she was really, really. I know why she did it. I understand why she did it, but I really wish that she had felt comfortable in saying, "I need one more year." Because I think had she been at closer to 100%, I think she slays them bitches.
She does.
Yeah. Tanisha Iman for All Stars. I think the door is open for her for All Stars.
Oh, the door is definitely open for All Stars. I feel like not the one that's already been recorded, but the next round of All Stars, she's going to be in the next round of All Stars. Yeah. And we love to see it. I want her to come out here with all of the best bullshit that she can pull out of her. Listen. And then I dare somebody to give her answer.
And you know who I need to be on that season of All Stars as well? I need Candy. I need Candy to be on that season of All Stars just to get slayed.
I need her to get cussed out again.
Right. I'm saying, like, I don't need her
to like, here's what you're not going
All Stars.
She's like, I know what you're not going to do. You're not going to hit me.
That was, listen. He said, I don't know what you think you gonna do, but I'm gonna tell you what you won't do.
Well, let me tell you what's not going to happen.
Say what's not gonna happen around here. Around these spots.
And she got up and started slow walking towards her. It wasn't even like I'm about to run up on you. She got up and slow, like, cause I got time for this on today.
In that
Here's
moment,
what you're not gonna do.
In that moment, I felt like the piano player in The Color Purple when he started packing up the piano when he saw old girl slap Oprah.
She said, "Ooh, time to go.
Time to go." That's how I felt in that moment. I said,
"Oh, she about to knock this bitch into the middle of next."
Right, Nerd Guru. And when she called her a little girl, little girl.
She said, "Look here." She said, "Little girl." I said, "Oh, my mama done fell out of her throat." I said, "She finna dog walk this bitch." Okay, well.
And what was funny was the confessional with Lala Reed talking about Tanisha fights.
She's like,
Tanisha's a fighter.
I know this bitch. She from Atlanta. She likes to fight. I said,
right. She likes to fight. I was done.
Oh God, it blessed my spirit so bad, Jesus. She said she liked to fight. I said, yes, God. I said, that's my spirit animal right there.
And did you catch when she was talking to Ru about where she first started doing drag, and she named that spot, and Ru was like, "That's still around? Oh, that was rough when I was in Atlanta." Like, what the? Like, her reaction.
That shit, right?
No, it was one of those switchblade in your bra type situations.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's one of those. You pop your tongue and the razor come out, bitch. That bitch like to fight.
Oh, that thing. Listen, Lala Reed took me out. That thing took me out. Okay. Woo, okay.
Oh God, we stand.
So it was the season finale. It was a part 2 of the reunion. And let me say this, I really feel like part 2 was better. Well, it always is, but part 1 was just a waste compared to part 2. Like, y'all really didn't give me shit in part 1. Part 2 gave me a lot.
Can I just say, Mr. Cliff is my favorite person.
No, not Mr. Clifford, but Marie's husband.
Cedric
is fucking hilarious. Let me tell y'all something. If y'all didn't catch what Cedric was throwing, I'm gonna need you to go back and look at it again, because everything you wanted to know about Marie, Cedric he said it without saying it.
Yeah,
I need y'all to learn how to read between.
He was like, "Yeah, they in a whole relationship." I said, "Oh,
right."
He said they was in a marriage. I said, "Oh."
The minute they call, who is this coming from work? Do you need to turn? I'm about to, sir.
Hello, Pooh.
Oh, Teddy. Can you hear me?
Hey, I got stuff going on at work.
Well, you didn't have to come on if you're busy, boo.
Oh, no. I just got back in my office, so I'm all right.
Okay. So with that being said, the Belle Collective, we just started on Belle Collective. Now, I know you look at RuPaul, so you want to give us who you think the top 4 is going to be?
I don't even know no more because all the people I don't know where they're going with this no more with RuPaul. I know they're gonna have got Mick in the top four. They're gonna force her down our throat,
Yeah.
but I think they're gonna try to find a way to put Candy in there, like they push Silky Ganache in there. This shit is stupid at this point.
Okay.
Yes, nerd Google. We already talked
Yeah,
about
we
Lil
already
Nas
talked
X
about
and that
that. I'm
stupid
sorry.
ass video and them
Yeah, we
stinking
already
ass
talked about that.
niggas.
Okay, so the Belle Collective. So let's start from the beginning. We start off with this damn conversation about the blogger, who went to who, what, where, and how. Now, listen what I'm gonna say, my opinion, and then I'll let y'all give me y'all opinion. I pretty much feel as though Kaylon was in cahoots with the blogger. I think Latrice and Antoinette knew about it, but I do not think they participated in it. And I do believe when they told her, girl, stay out that shit. I believe that. But I believe that Kaylon put her little 2 cents in it for her, whatever her reasons are. And again, my question is, why are you here, ma'am? Why are you here? I'm gonna let El Teddy speak and then Ebby.
First of all, fuck that whore. I'm sorry, I
Which
didn't mean
one?
that. Didn't mean that. Fuck her and her mantle of white supremacy and her breastplate of white privilege. Okay, I'm not here for her. You know what I'm saying? Uh, she kept alluding to things and then never mentioned it, which means to me that she ain't shit. She talked now. Don't get it twisted. I'm somebody who, if I wanted ammo, I probably would have went and tried to get ammo on somebody too. But it's just to me, it just seems with her, and it ain't just because she's white. It's just she always seems to come from a bad place. It seems like every move she makes comes from a bad place, and I have no use for her. I have no use for anything that she has going on. I don't know why she's there. Why is she on my television screen? Carlos King's niece's ass for continuing to flaunt her out on my television screen. It's ridiculous at this point, and I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of her. I'm sick of it, and I just want her to go on her plantation and never come back.
Wow. Okay. So that's a lot. I feel like Kaylin was very much on the tell Cersei it's me. I want her to know that it was me type of shit. But nobody shut up, little baby. Nobody asked you for any of this. Nobody cares about you doing any of this. Ma'am, thank you for your services. Please go sit down. Like that's where I am with Kayla. You and your goats go sit the fuck down. Nobody asked you for any of that bullshit that you talking about, daughter. Thank you so much. Don't do this shit ever again, cause you was mad cause a black woman dare talk back to you. So you was gonna show her by airing out all of her business with this blogger. Blah 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 blah. Okay, girl. Okay, fine. Thanks for sharing. Go sit your ass down.
And I feel as though, now, granted, Marie never gave a straight answer, but Marie wasn't wrong. First of all, I wouldn't have given one either because who the fuck are you? But Marie wasn't wrong when she said, listen, I'm a black woman in Mississippi doing business for 20 years. Do you really feel as though if it were so easy to prove fraud that I wouldn't be in jail? Or I would, and that's not to say she ain't done nothing, hanky, because I don't know her like that. But I do believe that if it were easy enough for a blogger to find it, then it would be out there. Ain't no mug shots popped up.
But no, I'm not gonna go with that because sometimes the wheels of justice, especially for the things that she's been accused of, it takes a little bit because the PPE loans and stuff like that. There are people who've done that, and it's going to take them a while. And I'm not saying they haven't arrested people, but I'm saying it's a very good chance that it could have been done.
I'm agreeing with you on that.
So I didn't like that excuse from her. I was like, now that ain't no good enough excuse. Oh, they ain't claiming got me yet. Because they might be knocking on your door tomorrow. So
no, I agree with the PPE loan.
I didn't like that excuse from her
because I think a whole lot of people gonna get caught up with once once the government gets focused on it right now, they still trying to just deal with they still putting out fires. Okay. When they have time to really sit down and go through all of that stuff, it's going to be a whole lot of. And so, yeah, I do believe that. So no, on that part, I'm with you. And again, let's be clear, I don't give Marie a whole lot. I really don't. But I just feel like, and nothing that they did showed me that Latrice and Antoinette were involved. They kept talking about this tape that we never heard. Marie kept saying, well, there are receipts that we never saw. So my thing is, I feel like you were just lumping all of them together because they cool with Kaylon. But and the fact that Latrice called Letitia to give her a heads up to say, listen, this is the information that's about to come out. Your husband is out here sleeping around and got a whole questionable baby. You think, like, everybody probably knows that. Like, do you think that was a secret? That ain't nobody, like, girl, stop it. Okay. Wait a minute. Cameron said, I did research on Kaylon's family in Mississippi. She comes from a non-racist family who were the biggest slave owners and still known for being. Oh, well, she said.
Oh, we knew that. She said it.
With, Jefferson Davis. And then she tried to clean it up and say it wasn't her granddaddy, it was her uncle. Well, first of all, that makes you a liar. And second of all, that doesn't make me feel any better. Oh, my great-great-granddaddy wasn't a racist. My uncle was. Girl, you still were proud enough. Because here's the thing. You told us as if it were a badge of honor, which tells me that you feel like he's a good guy. That's how I feel about it. That's all I'm going to say about it. Ain't nobody bragging about Hitler being their great-great-granddaddy. I promise you that.
Can we talk about also, Marie, and the fact that you openly and blatantly lied all season about that man being married to you, which we saw through from the very beginning, and now you backpedaling and pussy pop and talk about, we were never married, and which leads me to believe I don't believe anything you've told us at this point.
Well,
the blogger is probably right.
But can we talk about the fact that? But can we talk about the fact that you led us to believe that Cedric just disappeared and you had no idea where he was until he popped up in Aruba and he was like, "Ma'am, you knew I was going. I invited you to go with me, and just because you said no didn't mean I wasn't going to go." She made it seem like he does this all the time. And who was he in Aruba with? He was like, "I was in Aruba and I went to Paris, and I went with my friend because you didn't want to go." And I was like, "See, we playing games." Some of it might be edited, but you allowed that narrative out there and made it seem like your husband was just, because remember we said, who the hell just goes to Aruba for 2 weeks? Like, who
and don't tell their spouse and just disappear. Like,
right.
And don't answer their phone.
And like I said at the beginning of this, if y'all didn't read between the lines of what Cedric was trying to tell y'all about Marie, I don't know what to tell y'all.
Cedric basically said that she made up stories, and that's why when he asked her, well, do you want me to tell him? To me, it was like he was saying, you want me to tell the truth, or you want me to keep going with this story that you told me to tell?
When they brought Essie out there, did y'all see how effortlessly he said, "Oh, well, I know what that means." So he got his happy ass
up and moved. And Mr. Cliff was like, "You can come on here, sit back." Mr. Cliff. He said, "You come on here, sit back."
Wait a minute. Okay, so let's go on to Mr. Cliff. Can I tell y'all how I was here for Mr. Cliff? Because first of all, I was here for Mr. Cliff because he had his baby's back. They asked him about that business, and he said point blank, "No, I didn't have nothing to do with that. She's self-made. That's her business. That's her baby. She runs it. She don't play when it comes to her money and come with her business, and she has done that all on her own." I said, "You better come through, Mr. Clifford."
Mr. Cliff is my favorite. Yeah.
Let me tell you why Marie lost a lot of credibility for me. I saw an interview that she did with Spilling All the Tea. I mean, All About the Tea, excuse me. A week or so ago. At this point, y'all know I've said this to y'all before. At this point, when people who come on these reality shows lead with, "I don't even watch reality TV and I didn't know what I was getting into." At this point in the game, I can't respect that. Because either one, you lying, or two, you stupid. Because there's nowhere in the world that I would sign up for something that has this much information out there and not ascribe to it. Now, I understand that Belle Collective was new, but you're not going to at least look at what else Carlos King produces and see what else. Like, to say you've never, and I mean, fine, if you've never watched reality TV, that's fine. I know people who don't. But to say and I didn't know what I was getting. Then you can't have it both ways. You can't tell me you're this smart, you're this intelligent, you're this successful, but I'm so stupid that I wouldn't do any research before I signed up to allow my life to be filmed and recorded. Like it don't go. You just can't have it both ways for me. Oh, little baby says she heard.
She a liar.
Reality TV since 2015. I believe it. I believe it because she was ready. She was ready for reality. She was ready for it. Okay.
You got up there and showed your whole ass for no reason.
Okay.
For no good reason.
Letitia and Glenn and this baby. That again, that never came up the whole season. You said that there was some infidelity, but you ain't say there was a whole baby from the infidelity. El Ted, you still there? He done got quiet.
I'm here.
Oh, how do you feel about
I just keep muting myself because I'm doing work in the background. That's all.
No, I understand, but that's why I'm asking. How you feel about Glenn and this baby?
I said on my review a couple episodes ago, I don't think they're married. And if they are, their first marriage was this marriage renewal. I think that's a storyline too. I think that might be her baby daddy. I think they did date. Were they ever married? I don't know. And I think she brought him along for her story. I don't think anything that we see about Letitia is real. There is nothing about we know
that ain't really her house.
As much as Marie is fraudulent, I think the most fraudulent of all of them is Letitia. She ain't got nothing that's real about her. And the fact that they have her, they tried to promote her as the center of the girl. I don't buy none of that either.
Wait, okay, Miss Grand, I would do that. Let me do that one more time. For those who might have come in late, I'm gonna drop the link. There's a fundraiser that my alma mater is doing, Bennett College alumni chapter. And so they're selling popcorn. So I'm gonna drop the link. Thank you for asking again. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat again in case anyone is interested. Today is the last day, but if you like popcorn, y'all go on over there and get y'all some. Y'all going over there and get you some.
Little baby dropped it.
Oh, thank you, little baby. See, thank you, little baby. Yeah, I'm gonna say this. I kind of believe that they are married. But
I feel like they are married. I feel like they've been married the whole time. It's just that they've been married so long that they drifted apart and came back together. And
I believe that they're married because the part that we didn't find out on the show, but we found out on a reunion, it makes sense. Meaning, we didn't find out that you were entertaining other men, and that was part of the breakdown. Now. What Mr. Cliff said is absolutely correct. Men can dish it, but they can't take it. And the hesitancy was coming from her husband, not from her. He couldn't get past the fact that she entertained other men, not the fact that he got a whole baby out here by another woman. So when that was explained, I said, okay, yeah, I can see that. Because men cannot. Men just cannot. They can dish it, but they can't take that shit.
And then this, what's this issue with her and Antoinette? Talk about Antoinette was flirting with her. Antoinette was like, what?
Wait a minute, Antoinette said, Antoinette what?
She's like, huh, what? She's like, wait a minute. She said, and then she's like, I got receipts. She said, do they have my name on them? I said,
right. Wait a minute, but can we rewind back to Antoinette telling Marie, you can come for me if you want to, but you will put a doctor on my name. You will put that respect. She
yes,
said,
you did.
Since you want to be disrespectful, let me clear some things up. I am doctor. I said,
opened up my practice, bitch, by myself. I said,
you better get her together.
And then Marie was like, no, I don't have to call you doctor. Okay, bitch. All right.
Let me say something, but let me say this, y'all. Okay, so that damn at the end when she said she was trying to get with my man, she was flirting with my husband. Listen, I didn't even need no explanation on what happened. Don't nobody want him.
Nobody wants Lil Boozy. Nobody.
You want him. Antoinette don't want that man.
Not the ashy senior citizens, Jesus.
I mean, did you not see that piece of caramel chocolate that she had met over to the Ghana?
Okay, that wasn't a good example. But okay, I see where you were going with that. But I
thought he was cute. You didn't think he was cute?
Absolutely not.
I thought he was a cutie. Anyway.
He was giving me real. That's my good Judy keys. That's what I felt. El Teddy said he didn't get that from him, so maybe my gaydar is a little off. But
I thought he was cute. But my thing is, at the end of the day, ma'am, don't nobody want your man.
Nobody want Lil Boozy.
She was trying to get that man that leftover Hennessy. She said, I don't drink it. It doesn't come into my home. He can come take this Hennessy and y'all gonna make a baby. That's what she said to you. Now, how that translated in your mind to he was flirting with me about making a baby with my husband? Huh? I thought he was cute too, little baby. Thank you.
Hey, Markel, baby.
What's up, Markel? Hey, boo. Right.
I don't like, first of all, the only husband I really like is Mr. Cliff, and that's because he reminds me of my daddy.
Cliff is hilarious. I just find Cliff. Listen, Cliff.
He's funny to me.
But I was ready. You know, I was waiting for them to put caption under him because sometimes he get that mumbling, and I'd be like, "What?" But I was here. But I was here for.
When Mr. Cliff said, "Come on, you can come on," he said,
"Right." He said, "Come on here."
I had to get on my face before I was done. He said, "Yo, you can come on over here and sit with us."
Listen, Cliff was hilarious to me. So the one thing we know is that they have already started filming season 2. So there is a season 2.
Good. I appreciate that. Hopefully they actually get to do the Fair Street project now that it's become public and there have been people reaching out.
I want to see
supposedly.
Because I will be interested to see how the city council is responding now.
Exactly.
That they probably have investors that are serious, that want to put some serious money into revitalizing that area. I understand that, if they've been declared historical landmarks and there's certain things that have to remain intact, but that doesn't mean that the buildings can't be renovated and be brought up and be reopened. Again, right. we went through this in DC. I mean, anybody who lives in the city and has been gentrified has gone through this. So it can be done. And I think it was a combination of things that one, they probably didn't take her seriously because they thought it was just a storyline for a TV show. And then after the way that damn brunch went, that was like a whole nother thing. But I think now, see, money talks, bullshit walks.
Absolutely.
And if people are really coming in the door with some serious money they want to invest,
they'll get on board.
I'm interested to see that play out in season 2 as well.
Absolutely. And I don't believe anybody that could have been the daughter did not want to be on the show. So therefore they asked that she not be included in the storyline.
Who? What was
Cliff's daughter? They said Mr. Cliff's 16-year-old daughter lives with them. She might not want to be on TV.
And we don't know when she moved in because remember this was filmed last year. So we don't know when she moved in. This might be a new situation. I don't know.
Right.
She may not have wanted to be on the show.
She's 16-year-olds are fickle like that. Not all of them want.
Yeah, not all of them want to be on reality TV and all that, especially if, I don't know what the relationship, we just don't know what.
We don't know what it is.
That would be,
and they may be doing it to protect her. So
right. That would be an interesting thing to maybe film if she's willing to do it. To film to see Latrice as a stepmom and that whole dynamic of, that relationship. But again, Antoinette flirting with any black man is a well,
okay, that's better. Hi, baby.
What's up, Jonathan? Hey, babes.
Listen,
right, and Cliff got his son who's the same age as Latrice, so that would be an interesting thing to explore as far as their home life. But again, you got people who may or may not be willing to be a part of the conversation. And who's to say? Listen, Cliff couldn't even remember the ages of his children, so who knows what kind of relationship he got?
That's some daddy shit.
Because she look, I know that's a man thing. Because my birthday is July 2nd. My daddy called me on July 1st, and he be doing the damn thing. I be like.
He getting it early.
I don't even correct him. I just be like, "Thank you, Daddy." I don't even correct him, and then the next day,
the fact that you know,
right? Then the next day he'll text. Well, he don't text me. I was about to tell a lie on my daddy. He don't text nothing. He'll call me and be like, "Why you ain't say something? Today's your birthday." It is. You were there. I wasn't. I don't.
Listen, I don't have an issue with Latrice and Cliff and their marriage. She clearly said, she was very clear and say, I have daddy issues, so I went out and got me a daddy. What you mean?
And she also said that she dates older men, that she has always dated older men because men her age are not on her level maturity wise. And if she's this person, if she's always been a hustler and has always been focused on getting to that next thing and creating a brand, she probably is absolutely correct that the average guy her age ain't on her level.
Was on some fuck shit. Exactly. So she got a nigga that was stable.
El Teddy, we can remove it to Love and Marriage Huntsville. Anything you want to add to the conversation, sir?
And no, don't be calling Mr. Cliff past his prime. You don't know what his prime is. You don't know what he got going on. Don't do that.
Mr. Cliff, listen, Mr. Cliff know he still be hitting that line dance down to the American.
I will say for the record. I will have me some parts of Glenn. Glenn is a nice piece of dark chocolate. I'll go right on over there and climb that mountain if I need to. Glenn, I sure listen.
Okay.
Sure will. Okay. I just wanted to say that I don't want to disparage that nice chocolate piece of something and make it like he just ugly and don't nobody out here want no parts of him. I have some parts of it.
Okay. Well, I'm glad.
Everything is not for everybody.
That's what makes the world go round.
Moving on. Just like you thought that little boy Internet was dating was cute.
I did.
He is cute. He is.
See?
And he's
just not to me. I know everything is just like people.
He doesn't give me Rainbow Coalition, and he didn't give me Rainbow Coalition.
I know you said that, and I was like, and that's fine. That's what he gave off to me, and I didn't find him personally attractive. Everything is not for everybody. That's what makes the world a great place.
Now he may be soft.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
He may be soft, and when I say soft, not soft as in feminine, he may not be the most, machismo masculine, but that doesn't make he's a part of the Rainbow Coalition.
Exactly, and that's not. I don't know. It's just something. I don't know.
So let's get into this Love and Marriage Huntsville, and then we're gonna pop up off of here in a few minutes. So it was the season for all intents and purposes.
Really be.
Yeah,
really be. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Love and Marriage Huntsville. You already talked about my baby daddy.
Who would that be?
Who's your baby daddy?
Lil Nas X.
Yes, baby. We started with him.
I was asking the question, ma'am. Okay, I'm gonna jump off and go try to finish.
Okay, baby.
This extra work. I got an extra day. Child. All right.
Wow.
All right, boo.
Bye.
So, Love and Marriage Huntsville, for all intents and purposes, it was the season finale because next week is the season finale, but it's like a behind the scenes, never before seen footage. Child, we don't care. I mean, I'm probably going to watch it, but I'll talk about it here. I'm not going to do like a whole separate, review on it. Okay. Now, I'm going to hit a few hot spots. I'm not going to get too deep into it. Dominique, shouts out to Dominique because she sent me the link for the interview with Arian. And I did listen to it, Dominique. I ended up listening to the whole thing. It sounded like Arian and a friend of hers having a conversation that they had maybe fallen out and then they were making up. But I guess the friend was recording her and ended up releasing the video. Anyway, it was what it was. It never ceases to amaze me, the delusion that of the world we live in when we are the side piece, whether it's a man or a woman. I think women are worse than men because I don't think men, not all men, I know this is a general statement I'm getting ready to make, but I don't think men get as caught up in it as women do. But it just never ceases to amaze me. These side pieces really thinking that they're different, they're special, and that the man ain't gonna do to them what they're doing.
They just did.
It just never ceases.
But daughter, didn't you just see him? The woman that he was married to for years.
The man called you a peasant on national TV.
Okay, daughter.
The man, even on last night's episode, is still trying to get his wife back while you are clearly pregnant. He questioned the paternity of the child on the show last night. He played you on the damn show last night. We have not heard or seen you in 3 years. And Martell found a way to get you on the show, your voice at least, where he had you call while he was in the car and talking about, so, well, if the baby is mine. And she was like, what you trying to say, Martell? You know the baby is yours. What, you want a paternity test or something? He was like, well, yeah, when can you set that up?
Girl, why is you still talking to this nigga? Why is you still fucking this nigga? Like, I have so many questions.
It's a conversation between Arian and her friend Dewana. I can't remember the name. Dominique, do you remember the name of the web? It's a YouTube where I found it. I don't have the link in front of me. Dominique, if you remember the name of it, don't put the link. You can't drop the link because you're not a mod, but put the name of the YouTube channel, and you just got to scroll back. I think it's like Arian Spills the Tea or Arian Tells All or something like that is the name of the video. But if you scroll back about a month or so ago, you'll find it. But Martell is still finding ways to explain and justify his behavior. Now, when he went to the therapist on last night's episode, y'all don't have to like what he said to the therapist, but the breakdown he gave the therapist was probably the most realest shit Martell has said in the last 3 years about this relationship. And basically what Martell said on that to his, they were using the analogy of oranges. I'm not going to do all of that, but basically Martell wasn't happy at home. He stepped out. He wanted to save his marriage and save his relationship, so he tried to work things out with his wife, but he really, 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 really started having feelings for the side chick, and he didn't know how to stop seeing the side chick and make it. Basically, he didn't want to make a decision. He was having his cake and eating it too, and he was enjoying it. And honestly, that is the most honest. There it is right there, straight, the original straight no chaser, y'all. That was the most honest. Again, you ain't gotta like what he's saying, but I think that was the most honest breakdown of what he went through in this situation. He loved being married. He loved everything that his marriage provided him. They lived a good life. They made a lot of money together. They were, in an elite level of Black society within Huntsville, and then with the show, it elevated them even further, and he loved it. But he also, I don't know if he fell in love, because I think he's a narcissist, and I don't know if a narcissist can love anybody but themselves. But he fell in heavy like with the mistress. He legitimately likes her. He legitimately likes his mistress. It's not, so now, do I agree with it? No. Do I think that absolutely. I'm not defending it. I'm just saying I think that that's exactly what we're hearing. And that is the most honest breakdown that I think Martell has given us throughout this whole situation. Now, do I like it? Absolutely not. It's bullshit. And his therapist let him know it was bullshit. But that ain't the first time his therapist told him that it was some bullshit. That's why he stopped going to his therapist, because he said the therapist always beating him up. No, the therapist always giving you some real shit and you don't want to hear it. And let's be clear, it's bigger than sex. Like, he keeps going back to sex, but it's bigger than sex. It's bigger than sex. Like I said, part of it is that Martell is a narcissist, and I don't think narcissists can love anybody as much as they love themselves. So it's always going to be about him and his immediate needs from whoever is going to fulfill those needs. And that's why Arian, it ain't going to last, because you're going to at some point stop fulfilling those needs. First of all, he's going to resent you, because he's never going to blame himself. He's never going to blame himself. He is going to resent you for the fact that he is no longer with his family and he no longer has the life that he has grown accustomed to. They lived good financially. They got a lot of accolades and a lot of attention outside of that. And he's going to blame her for that. And so it ain't going to last. It ain't going to last. And that's true too, O Street. Melody is an equal and he don't want to see all of that. So that was the first thing. We're going to get to the conversation at the end, because Melody summed it up. Melody said Martell wanted to be married and single all at the same time. I said, you know what? That is a pretty good way of breaking that down. He wanted to be married and single all at the same time. Then we had the opening of Black. It was cute. It was nice. I'm here for it. Black business, cigar bar, boom. I was here for it. Yes. Here's my only problem with that whole cigar bar situation, y'all. When they had the mural and they had like the next generation up there on that mural. Why they only had the boys? Why they had the women up there? Now y'all had this whole Marceau, you had this whole conversation earlier in the episode about Kamala Harris and how wonderful that was, and how you have daughters and you're raising daughters, and how your daughters can now see that they can be anything they want to be as a Black woman, blah, 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 blah. So when you put that mural up there of all of the boys in your family, you have 2 daughters. Why they want that? Why the daughters won't up there? And y'all know I love me some Marceau, but Marceau he's a chauvinist. Y'all know I love me some Marceau, but Marceau is a chauvinist, y'all. It just is what it is. He is chauvinist.
I don't like none of these people.
Abby, sometimes I wonder why you like me, because I don't think you like nobody.
I don't. I used to like people, but people ruined it. So
did you say I used to like people, but people ruined it though?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm still in that. I'm doing a TikTok. I used to like people, but people ruined it.
They did. I want to punch Martell in the face. I want to punch Marcel in the face. I want to bonk the wives' head together so they get some fucking sense. I want that mama to get a life.
Notice we have not seen the mama on the last 3 episodes. After she cussed out Marcel.
She barred. Man, if you don't go somewhere, just why are y'all breathing?
But let me say this. In China, I hear you. And I said this in my review. As a woman who goes to cigar bars, who smokes cigars, it would be really great to see that representation of me reflected in a place that is a lot of times seen as being a place where men are. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would be great because, I mean, the cigar bar that I go to, they used to seeing me now. But, of course, it's like you have to prove yourself. Like, what you doing here? Oh, you must be here with a man. Oh, you don't really know what you're doing. Oh, sweetheart, let me show you how to light that. Bitch, if you don't go sit down. Like, I know what I'm doing. I'm not saying I'm perfect and I know everything about cigars, but I certainly know how to light one. Like, I know how to pick one out and I know how to fucking light one. You know?
I don't know. I'll go to the cigar bar with you. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just here to be cute and hold the cigar and have a man light it for me. That's it.
Listen, and that's
cool. And buy us drinks.
And that's cool too. But you still, but it still would be nice to walk into a cigar bar and see that portrayed. Let me see a badass woman sitting with a cigar in her hand and that smoke wafting up and her looking bad as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But I understand too, even if they had done 2 separate pictures and put the women of the family somewhere different within the establishment. But I don't know, something, it just hit me some kind of way to see the boys there. And I was like, but I know you got 2 girls by your damn self. Because it was him and his brothers, and so it was their kids. But not the girls, just the boys. Okay, exactly. Beyonce smoking that cigar in the Sugar Mama video. Right. It's something sexy about a woman smoking a cigar. I'm sorry. And I don't even like women like that, but I think that's some sexy shit. Anyway, the other thing, last but not least, Letitia apologized to Melody. Child, I don't care. Letitia be whining about something next week. Martell talked to the brother. Now, y'all fussed at me 2-3 weeks ago when I was like, I didn't agree with the way that the brother approached Martell, even though Martell is an asshole. That conversation last night was the way the conversation should have gone the first time. And the point is the same. We found out that Martell does have a problem with his kids being around Marcus and his husband. We found that out. And what I love is when Martell was like, I just don't want my kids thinking, I want my kids growing up seeing that marriage is between a man and a woman, not between a man and a man. And Melody was like, your kids did grow up seeing marriage between a man and a woman,
and they saw the fuck how that worked out, you stupid bitch.
Right, and they saw how you treated your wife. So, sir, I said you better tell it to him. You better break it down. Oh yeah, now yeah, you can if you can't do smoke, don't go into a cigar bar. Yeah, that's definitely.
I do. Listen, I do hookah. I hookah sometimes.
I don't really like hookah that much. I don't really like hookah, and that's funny because I smoke cigars, but I've been around hookah. You know, clearly been around it. Dewana, it prohibits them inside, but if you have a cigar bar,
that's the whole point of the.
Yeah, that's why you have a cigar bar. They have special. Now, I mean, I can't speak for Houston because I don't know Houston, but I know that most places you can't smoke inside anymore. But for a cigar bar, those are the exact. That's why they're so sought out with people who smoke cigars, because that's one of the few exceptions where you can socialize and smoke your cigars and stuff like that. I was confused as to him telling the kids their uncle was gay and then saying he's uncomfortable with his kids being around it. But that's why I said that in the beginning. I don't believe that Martell said what Melody said Martell said. I do believe that Martell let it be known that he was not comfortable with the kids because he said it. Listen, one thing about Martell is an asshole, but he said it. He said, listen, I don't have no problem with Marcus. You know that I've always loved Marcus. When we were married, we would spend time with Marcus. I like his husband. I just don't want my kids growing up thinking that is normal. He said it. Now, whether you like what he said or not, he was honest about it. And so that's why I feel like the way Marcus approached him by talking about something, well, you know, my kids said that they like being around, that they want Marcus to be their daddy. See, that's some shit that would. I don't care. You don't have to like Martell. That's some shit that would piss off any man. You roll up on a man and tell him that his kids said that they don't want him to be their daddy anymore, regardless of how you feel about Martell as a person. That would piss anybody off. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. That's just me.
Who is me?
They should just fight at this point, child. I don't think. Listen, now
I don't think Martell want that smoke.
I don't think Marcus want that smoke. Have you seen Martell? I don't think Marcus want that smoke.
I don't think.
Although I think it'll be a pretty good fight because Marcus got a little body on him too. You know.
First of all, every 90% of the gay men that I know, that you don't want that, bro.
Baby. He didn't say he was comfortable with it. See, that's, you know what? It's funny because James did a live earlier today, and that's similar to what James was saying. You will run into people who are cool with homosexuality as long as it ain't their family. And that's exactly what Martell was saying. Martell was like, listen, I accept the fact that your brother is gay. I accept it. But I don't want it around my children because I don't want because of course, I don't want
because the gay's gonna jump on them. The gay's gonna jump on them,
right?
Like because coronavirus,
right? That spirit is gonna jump on them, and so I think that's what the situation is,
baby.
Jonathan said, no, he don't want that.
Oh, babe. He said,
we're literally getting ready to get out of here in a few minutes. But yeah, that's what it really boils down to. I think that's what it is he accepts the fact that Melody's brother is gay and that he has a husband. I mean, it sounds like he's been with his husband for many, many years. And like the brother said, he said, well, what is it that I could possibly be wrong with being around me? He said, I've never been arrested. I was a teacher for 25 years. I retired. He was like, what is it other than me being gay? What is the problem? Well, that is the problem. It's the fact that you're gay. You know, so
we're aware that gay is not contagious like the common cold.
Yeah, it's certainly. I mean, I think
that's not how gay works. And then that's the same thing. Now let's loop this back around to the beginning.
Exactly, little baby. He doesn't.
Let's loop this back around because I saw some of them Christian TikTok people talk about stuff. Oh, they're gonna turn the children gay.
Lord.
If his video is gonna turn the children gay, then they can just watch the Cardi B video and turn back straight. If that's how it works,
you know what? You better. I saw that. I did see that. Right? Like if you right, if watching Lil Nas X can make them gay, then just let them watch WAP a couple of times. They be all right.
They'll turn back straight. Is this how? Since that's by your logic, since that's how it works.
Yeah, by your logic. That's exactly.
Yeah. If you don't get somewhere and set the fuck down.
All right, you guys, we can ready pop up out of here. I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank everybody for dropping down in the chat and coming through. I want to thank my mods for being on top of it. Remember to check out Conscious TV. Go check out his Lil Nas X video he broke it down. Don't forget the popcorn. If you want to order you some popcorn, don't forget the Avon. The popcorn is to support Bennett College and HBCU. The Avon is for me.
Support me.
It's for me. And I will see y'all tomorrow.
Ooh, they're pink.
Y'all gonna get some videos tonight. I don't know exactly what, but y'all gonna get some videos tonight.
Goodbye.